welcome to this week's episode of Success in Women. I'm Linda.
I'm Andrea.
And this week we're going to be talking about getting ready for Christmas, because now that we're in the month of December, there is lots going on, and you know how fast it goes.
Exactly.
You run out of time practically before you actually get everything done. Mm-hmm. So we're going to help you along that journey. Right. But before we start, Andrea's got her tip of the day, and I think this is one, ladies, you're going to love.
Well, actually I have two that'll help you if cooking is a problem and you're stressed out about, having all the foods that come along with the Christmas dinner. A lot of local grocery stores or specialty grocers, like here, we have a place called Palma Pasta, and they are making Christmas dinner, all complete with turkey or ham, mashed potatoes, vegetables, gravy, cranberry sauce, the whole bit. And I'm telling you, we did it for Thanksgiving. The price was reasonable, and it just saved a lot of hassle and stress. So look around, look in your flyers, or Google ready-made Christmas dinners in your area, and you'd be surprised.
Because I actually, Andrea, when I was in, I used to go to Fort Myers every December, and I would spend Christmas there, and I always had done that and just made a couple of extra side things that I liked, but the bulk of the work was done for me. Oh my God, I was always...
you saved.
Oh, the money, the time, the stress. It made entertaining so much better.
And turkey was the moistest turkey I ever had, I have to tell you. So it's something to think about. And you should do it now.
Yes.
Before it's too late.
Yeah.
Now, the other tip that I have for your dinner is, remember at Thanksgiving, I said to buy the big pumpkin pie and do the little circles. Well, now they have the big cheesecake.
Oh.
So you could do that. And if you have cookie cutters, you could, if you wanted to get really fancy, you could cut them into different shapes. But the same technique applies. So you make the circles, so you have individuals. And what you can do with the cheesecake is even more interesting, because you can have bowls of toppings. So you could have chocolate sauce on one, caramel sauce in another, fresh strawberries in one, cherries, blueberries. You could have a tray of toppings.
That I like, because people do have different tastes.
Yes.
And you don't want to always have the same thing, but even a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Strawberries with chocolate sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's another
and
great
see, that's a nice
idea.
Dessert, and it's pretty. It's actually really nice because you do that individually when you're serving it, but people get to customize it. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. I thought that was
not a lot of work
idea.
to do in that, lady.
No.
Another good tip.
Yes, and that's the whole thing, trying to keep it as stress-free as possible.
So one of the things before we get into the episode, I just wanted to share, because I just recently got off a cruise, and you know what's really nice? When you go cruising, I'll say this time of the year, it's before Christmas, but you don't pay the prices that you would pay if you go over Christmas and New Year's. And you still get, I'll say, the benefit of seeing the ship all decorated. By the time I got off the ship, they had already started doing all their Christmas decorating.
Oh, nice.
And so they had the Christmas tree and the big presents wrapped, and they had all the garland all over the ship. It was so pretty.
It gets you in the mood.
It gets you in the mood, and I didn't have to pay that premium to go over the Christmas holiday.
Right.
And so if you want to share that with your family, it's kind of a nice treat to be able to do that, because it's less expensive traveling before Christmas than it is over the holidays. And even the airports are a lot less busy, but you get that feeling of Christmas kind of thing a lot earlier. And really that puts you in the mood. I really enjoyed that part.
Another good thing to do to get you in the mood right now on television is the Christmas movies.
I know.
On the Woman's Channel.
Yes.
It's 24/7, and it really does get you in the mood. So
I love Christmas. And actually, I'll be going to my sister's place, and, she's already got everything all decked out like you do. it's so nice to walk in and
Right.
feel Christmassy.
Christmas, yeah.
And that's why we want to do the show today, is to help you get into that spirit, especially if you're trying to juggle a lot with the family, the husband, the job, and still getting ready for Christmas. Because I know in growing up, for the most part, it was always the mom that had the biggest bulk of the work to do. The one thing though, I have to tell you, because my mom wasn't a shopper, my dad actually did a lot of the individual shopping for us. And for some reason, I don't know why, but it was extra special. Knowing when you opened a present, it was my dad that actually shopped for it. That was kind of a cool thing. I always enjoyed that. But women, you get the bulk of the work. And so Andrew's going to start.
I've come up with a few ideas to help you with, first of all, with decorating. So I've been searching online just to get different ideas. And
see, her time, not yours. Again, saving you time.
Yes, exactly. And one easy thing that I saw was people were taking their tomato cages that they had in the garden, turning them upside down, inverting them, and then just putting little mini lights through them.
Oh, that would look like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Isn't that something?
I wish I knew that when I had my house, because I had a lot of those tomato baskets.
So easy. And you could even, when you turn it upside down, you could put some pine cones inside, whatever.
And then even a little topper of some sort, so that you don't have the jagged, the things for the kids to, not touch.
Right.
Oh my God, I love that.
Yeah.
You could put that all over the house.
Everywhere. So I thought this was incredible. If you like to do your doorway or your hallways in your house, they're kind of hard because you got to get the hooks and all that for your garland. Well, I saw this one. You take a curtain rod, so you put it inside the door at your level, and you decorate. You put garland, you hang bulbs, you do bows, whatever you like. And then you just slide it up to the top of the door. And it's there. It was amazing. I thought, wow, this is a great idea. So the other thing you can do is, I'm sure we all have mason jars. You take some mason jars, or even there's a good idea for recycling them during the year, all different sizes. And of course you clean them so that they don't have labels on them. And then you can fill them with sugar or salt. And then you just start putting stuff inside. Rosemary, cranberries, pine, like stuff from outside, like evergreens.
Wow.
And then at the top, you just take some twine, twist it around, and decorate the top however you like.
Yeah.
And if you have vases, bigger vases, you can take, like I have quite a few of them, that what I do is I put a candle in the center.
I was just going to say, if you're filling them with salt or sugar or something like that, it would be good to have a little tea light or depending on whatever.
That's something else I was going to say, but this one is about the vase. So if you have a big mouth vase, you put in a nice big candle, and then you can shove in all your leftover bulbs that you have from your tree, little, big, different sizes. It looks really cute. And the other thing is, you could, if you have like a trifle bowl, you fill that with dried fruit, cinnamon sticks, nuts, nutmegs. You can shove a few evergreen pieces in to make it look festive. And that's another good way, just simple decorations of stuff you already have in the house.
Or you can easily get your hands on.
Yeah. And then if you have the tall, skinny vases, you can just fill them with different colored candies, like Christmas candies.
Oh, yeah.
Like, especially the Kisses chocolates, because they have them in the red, white, and the green. You could fill them up like that. Or different colored candy canes. Oh. Little candy canes. And you put a little bow around it, done, And so the other thing that I saw also was, when you were talking about the candles, you take the mason jars and you fill them up with cranberries. Then you fill the jar up with water. And then you put the little tea lights on top. And those would be good for, like, they're sort of like floating on the top of the jar.
Oh,
and
they do float?
Yeah. They do.
Oh.
And in the dollar store, they have these things called crystal pearls or something, and you put them in water for a few minutes, and they come into big bulbs.
Oh.
The balls, and you throw them in your vases. That makes a really good, like, table when you're having dinner.
Yeah, right.
You can put that on the table for dinner. And also what
But
I
even
saw
would be nice too on if you have a fireplace mantle. You know,
Yes.
I love decorated fireplace mantles, and
Mhm.
you know, in the house I used to have that, and it's always neat to kind of put different things up there.
thing. Well, I saw one when I was searching through. So, like, for your, say you have a living room and you have some red throw blankets or some red and white pillows. You don't want to necessarily buy just Christmas one. But at the dollar store, they have little slip covers for your pillows, and they're Christmassy. So I do that with
That's
mine.
nice.
And then on the fireplace, they had the garland, and then they had a red scarf,
Oh.
and they swagged it on the side, and it just looked so amazing. I thought, what a great idea, like to use things that you have.
But especially a scarf, because after
Yeah.
Christmas, when you're undecorating your house, you still got the rest of winter to contend with.
Exactly.
That's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that.
That was a cute idea.
You can see I don't do a lot of this research, but I wish I'd known all these ideas when I had the house, because now I have such a tiny little apartment that I appreciate when I go to my sister's place or Andrea's place where it's all decorated for me. It's really nice.
So another thing I saw was somebody had saved some like pizza boxes and Amazon boxes and shoe boxes, and they wrapped them like presents, and then just had them sort of in corners of the house. It looked so festive, but they were empty boxes, but they were all wrapped like a gift. So that was kind of cute. And the other thing I saw, which I thought was kind of neat, they had a, the pool noodles?
Yes.
So they had the pool noodle, and they just cut the bottom off so it sits flat, either on a table or even on your railing, gripping your railing. And then they decorated that. They just shoved in all kinds of greenery and bulbs. It looked amazing.
Wow.
It's such an easy thing because we always have leftover. I have boxes full of ornaments that I didn't put on my tree that I could add to that.
When I sold my house, I actually donated most of my Christmas decorations because I knew I wasn't going to be getting anything anytime soon. I just kept a couple of favorite things, from the years, but that is such a great idea. And I guess with the noodle, once you've cut it, you can kind of put some nice colored paper, because it'll be easy to poke things through.
Right.
But how pretty that would be.
It is.
And so simple.
It is.
Wow. Boy, ladies, I'm telling you, because this wouldn't even take a lot of time.
No.
Maybe one little, jaunt out to the dollar store to get all kinds of stuff. But you have so many great ideas.
Yes.
Wouldn't cost a lot. And make sure house so looks so
depends
festive.
where you live. In the backyard, there's a lot of evergreen. You just snip off a few bottom
well,
branches.
especially even the acorns and stuff, right?
Yeah.
They're all over usually.
And
pine cones,
and then also remember with my Thanksgiving tip about the peel and stick decals that you can put on clear vases.
They'll have that
from
for
the dollar
Christmas.
store. Now for your bathrooms, you can just have a few little hand towels. And I saw this recipe, and I'm going to give it to you for a cute little hand scrub. You know, when you go to somebody's house, you go to the washroom, they have this nice little sugar scrub that you can use. And this
I've seen that in restaurants.
Yeah, and this one has peppermint in it. So you have a small mason jar. You take 1 cup of white sugar, 4 tablespoons of coconut oil, 7 to 10 drops of peppermint oil. And if you want, then you can crush up some candy cane and then put that in there. Mix it up, just leave it in your bathroom with a little decorative
the candy
spoon.
cane wouldn't give you a stickiness on your hands?
I guess not, if you crushed it up pretty good.
You'd
and you
have
put
to
it
really,
with the oil, because the coconut oil would probably, get rid of all that. So I thought that was a really good idea to make, especially if you're hosting and people are coming to your house. It's everybody will go, oh, isn't that a good idea?
Something different.
Yeah. So now I was thinking for your table ideas for the day of. And another good thing to do the day of is put your crock pot on, throw in some apples, some cinnamon sticks, some nutmeg, some cloves, maybe some oranges, and just let it simmer all day long.
That's a great idea. I have a crock pot because I'm one person. I don't use it really, but what a nice idea just for that nice smell in your place.
Be beautiful.
Oh yeah, walking in, you're getting company coming in, and they're all that aroma.
Right.
Oh yeah, especially cinnamon and stuff.
Really good.
That's a great idea.
I saw another cute idea for if you're doing a buffet. You take 3 candy canes, okay? And you kind of glue them together, or you could string them together. You turn them upside down, and they have the little hook on the bottom.
Yes.
And you can use it for either place cards or whatever the food is in front of it. What's your serving?
That is so cute.
Isn't that cute? Such a simple idea.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, there's very creative people out there.
Yeah.
Holy, I just always get amazed when I mean, how do people think of these things?
I know.
Wow.
Now, another thing to do beforehand, I saw this at my son-in-law's restaurant that he did, and it was making ice beforehand with cranberries and little pieces of rosemary or oranges, and just make a bunch of, keep making the ice cubes like that, so that when you serve a drink, it looks really festive.
That's nice.
Yeah.
But also too, we talked about this, I think, in the summertime, making some ice cubes that are actually flavored. So it's not just plain
you
water.
can make them like with leftover wine. You can make
But even like grapes, I was thinking like a cranberry juice.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Just
something that you're going to serve.
Right.
That way it doesn't water it down. Like I always like making the coffee ice, because if I make a iced coffee, I can use that. Because
a lot of times people say they don't like ice because, you know, it waters down their drink. Even my nephew was saying when he goes out and has an iced tea, he doesn't want ice, but it's only because he doesn't want the iced tea. Right. You know, and imagine if you could get iced tea cubes. So, you know what I mean? Mind you, he's out and they're not doing it. But at home, when you're actually entertaining, that would be just something that's really kind of a neat thing. Put an extra ice tray of something that's flavored in something you're serving. I love that idea.
Yeah. So another couple of things I was thinking of if you're hosting, what you could do for your table, if you're not having a ton of people, you know, say 6 to 10 people, you could have a little gingerbread house contest. So you would make the base of the gingerbread. So you would have maybe 4, and you'd have it sitting on their plates. Like say for a couple, they would do one, and then have a tray of all the different things that they could put on it. And wouldn't that be fun? Something to do.
You know what? It's really, see, I'm a gamer. I love games. And that's an activity that is very different, but having people get involved and be creative.
And you're not
however
so bored.
It is. It's not boring. And really, you don't have to be a card player or whatever. This is just something that's fun.
And everybody will get into it.
Well, you know what it is? You get to do things when you're kids. But when you're adults, it's kind of like, we've lost all the fun stuff as of kids, and yet we still should have that creative side and that little competition going. I think that that's a fantastic idea.
And another good idea for after dinner is to have, get this, a hot chocolate charcuterie board.
Wow.
I couldn't believe this. So, you know, you get a tray, and you put on it marshmallows, cinnamon sticks, little chocolate, mini chocolates, whatever you would put in a hot chocolate. And you have the mugs there. They can pick out their mugs. You know, it was a cute idea. So let's see what. Oh, And for the hot chocolate charcuterie board, you have adult shots.
I was thinking that in my head. I didn't mention it, but I was thinking the same thing.
So you have
Wouldn't there be certain liqueurs that would go well in hot chocolate?
Definitely. So
Yes.
you would have some shots. That was one. Yeah.
That is too funny, but yes.
Yeah. Another cute idea for dessert I saw was you make a tray of brownies, you cut them in triangles, and then you take green icing and you scriggle it on, and that makes a Christmas tree.
Mm.
And then the other one, you take red, you scriggle it, then you put a little white dot on top and a little white border on the bottom. You got a Santa hat.
Oh my God.
The kids would love those.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know, a lot of these ideas could be leading up to Christmas. It doesn't have to be obviously on Christmas Day, because you might have your own, you know, traditions and stuff. But all these things, when you're entertaining throughout the month of December, are just such nice ideas, simple ideas.
Simple ideas.
That make it fun for everybody. And it'll be a memorable time at your house that everyone's going to be talking about.
Right.
Because I know when I was at the office, my assistant was saying she's getting together, and this year she's hosting an activity night for her cousins. She
Oh.
said there'll be about 10 of them. But
And you can use all of these
and you can
ideas.
use, yes, a lot of these different things would be so much fun, but it's for the adult cousins.
Right.
And it's not Christmas, it's before Christmas, but it's a gathering. And, you know, you want something to entertain.
Yeah.
That it's just not sitting around drinking.
Right.
I think
Another
there's
thing,
a problem with that, but, you know,
Yeah.
it could be.
if you make a fruit tray, I saw this really good idea. They cut the top of the pineapple off, and they put it upside down so that the leaves are going like this, so it looks like a tree. And then they cut one slice of the pineapple into a star, and then they put it into the top. That looked like a really cute Christmas tree. That's fun. Watermelon you can cut into the shape of a tree if you want, with popsicle sticks for the kids. It's a lot of fun. So now what I want to do is give you some, I know we're kind of running a little bit on time here, but I think they're useful tips, and you know, it'll help you be more successful with the season. So these are like little small gift ideas for teachers, co-workers, friends that, you know, you only exchange very small amounts. So I'll run through them. So one was, if you have somebody that likes to bake or cook, you get a different shaped baking pan. They have them stars, they have them teddy bears, hearts, and you put in there a cake mix with a thing of icing, and then you wrap it with a bow. Done.
That is a nice idea.
Yeah.
And it's very useful.
Yeah, you can get different mugs. Right now they have a lot of Christmas mugs, or just anything. Fill them with hot chocolate, little tea,
Whatever
kids,
the person
coffee,
you
whatever
think would
they're
like.
into.
Yeah.
Another one that I just love. So we love to give wine bottles. I mean, that's pretty easy. So you could give a wine bottle with a really nice wine stopper attached to it. But this, unbelievable, and I think I'm going to do it. Get a pair of socks. And like, especially for men, because there's a lot of really funky socks out there.
Mm-hmm.
You put one sock, the bottle in one of the socks, and then you tie the other sock around the top. And then you put a little gift card. Oh my God, I thought, what a great idea.
Hopefully it doesn't stretch the sock too much,
I don't think so.
but
Well, maybe do it just the day up.
yeah.
No, I don't think it would.
But
Anyway,
it is kind
I
of a
thought
neat
that was
thing.
great.
Yeah,
And of
especially
course-
with those funky socks, because
Yes.
I know even my business partner, he's always wearing these
Yeah,
funky
my
socks.
son-in-law all the time. I buy them all the time.
I
for
love
him.
that idea, though.
Yeah.
I might actually do that for him.
Yeah. And so of course there's always, you know, homemade jams, the homemade scrub that I just was saying. There's a lot of recipes. You can do those with little bows. And another great idea was, if you see those, especially for men, it's hard to buy, you know, co-workers. And the little 6-packs of pop, like especially Coca-Cola, you can buy a 6-pack and then buy the little miniature bottles, one
Oh,
to tie on each bottle.
that's a fantastic idea.
Isn't that
Especially,
good?
you know, like I'll say for my brother-in-law, he drinks, I think it's rum and Coke,
There you go.
which is really kind of a cute thing
and
to
get
do.
different kind of rum
Right.
on each bottle.
Oh my God.
See?
Boy, these creative ideas.
I
Even I'm
know.
getting ideas now.
I know.
Wow, this is fantastic.
And then, of course, you can buy a beautiful little pair of slippers and for a mother-in-law or a coworker, and put inside the slipper some foot cream, hand cream, maybe a bottle of wine, depending on what they're into. Bow, done.
Wow.
This one I thought was really cute. So especially for a coworker, you get a box and you put in it a thing of coffee and a wine. So, and then one tag will say before work and the other one is after work. I thought that was so cute.
Make
Such
sure
a
they
great
drink coffee
idea.
though. Because
Yeah.
I have to tell you, there's a lot of people in my circle that actually don't drink coffee.
Oh, okay.
And I started very
So
late
maybe
in
tea
life.
then. Put
But,
tea.
but yes, especially like chai tea is such a popular
Yeah.
one now, you know.
Yeah.
But that is really a cute idea as well.
And another really cute idea, if you know somebody who just had a new baby, or you're an auntie or a grandmother for the first time, I have done this for 20 years, and it's the Walmart Christmas teddy bears. And now, I mean, I bought the big ones, but now they come in the little ones.
Oh.
And on the foot is the year. Every year they put a different one out, a female and a male teddy bear. And I have bought one every year for my daughter for well over 20 years. And I put them on the staircase, as you saw. But that's a nice keepsake or a tradition that you could start with
Yes.
with a godchild
Yes.
or a niece or a nephew. It's a good idea.
You know, but you've made me think about that because I have a great niece and she's only a couple years old. But, you know, I like the idea of the small ones so that
Right.
she can grab it and, you know, carry it all
Yeah.
over and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a really nice idea.
Yeah, so those are some ideas for you. But most of all, we don't want you to stress over Christmas. You know, you don't need to have matching PJs or, you know, the tree that looks perfect. You know, those are things that the media or the social media try to make you feel that that's what you need to do. But you don't. This is your Christmas. You make it for you, for your family, and just enjoy. If you want to sit around in your pajamas all day, so be it.
Yeah, and you know, I have to tell you one of the things you mentioned about the Christmas tree, because for years and years, I had a real Christmas tree, and I had, I'll say, decorations from when I first got married. And every year, you know, as things would go on sale after Christmas, I'd be buying more decorations and stuff. My tree was a collection of all kinds of stuff that didn't match, but that's how I grew up.
That's how we all grew up. We didn't have any of this stuff.
Where it was all designer trees.
No.
And so people would kind of comment, I loved my tree. When I decorated it, I loved my tree because it invoked memories that were happy growing up.
That's right.
With that kind of stuff, that everything didn't have to be perfect.
And that's what it should be.
And that's what it should be.
Things that make you happy
feel good. Yes.
and feel good and enjoy the season.
Yeah. So we hope that helped, ladies. And if you want to know more ideas of what you can be doing to, I'll say, make your Christmas even better, tune in next week. We'll be talking to you on, I think, what do you have booked down there, Andrea? Do you have more of your little ideas?
Not really.
You mean you've covered everything? I thought we'd be doing this
think
over
so.
a couple of episodes.
Well,
but
I could go on and on.
if we come up with more that will make your life easier, we'll let you know.
Definitely
But
let you
otherwise,
know.
we'll have an interesting show for you next week.
Absolutely.
So until next week, I'm Linda.
I'm Andrea.
And don't forget to
Like
share.
and please subscribe.
And don't forget, thumbs
Thumbs
up.
up.
See you later.